everyone. How are you all doing tonight?
We're great.
We're good.
All right. So we're going to cover the compensation plan tonight, covering a little bit different way than what maybe we've done in the past. I think the most important thing to say is that, you know, this wealth builder plan, don't you think it's a great plan?
It is. It's
Hang
been.
on. Let's start this over. I'm just there. Now it's recording. I didn't have it on record. Hey. Well,
Hi. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Saturday if you're down in
Saturday
Australia.
if you're in Australia or New Zealand.
That's right. So welcome. You know, tonight we're going to talk about the compensation plan, and in particular, we're really going to talk about the wealth builder. And we're not going to go through the details because I think Milo does a great job when he covers that on Monday nights. I think the most important thing that we need to cover on it is really, why is it so important? People ask me all the time, you know, Kurt, why do I want to be a wealth builder? What's the difference?
Right.
I think it's important. But before we do that, you know, every week I put out these newsletters for the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that
they're beautiful.
You know, thank you. Yeah. You know, I think the most important thing is that we got to teach people how to use them.
Mm-hmm.
How to use them. And so, like Andrea, if you're working with your team and your team says, well, you know, I don't get on the calls, I'm at work, or I'm doing this or I'm doing that. Mm-hmm. What do you tell them?
Well, what we can tell them is that they should be receiving a newsletter from you each week on Tuesday, and that all the calls are coordinated right in there. Everything's in one place. They don't have to go searching for it. So if they missed a call or missed any information, you've got it right in that newsletter.
Right in that newsletter.
Not to mention some words of wisdom.
Well, sometimes they're wise.
No, it's always good.
But you know, yeah, that was my whole thing, is that I didn't want to send out like 2 or 3 emails a week to the team, because everybody says to me, say, oh, you know, is that one of those deals where you're going to send me new emails all the time? And I listen to everybody. I listen to all of you. And when you tell me, hey, I don't want to get emails all the time. So what I do is I try and pack it all into one email. What do you think of that, Rennie? Isn't that an easier way to share it?
Yeah, it's just very concise, and you do an excellent job on them. Yeah, I love receiving those. Thank you so much, because you do put a lot of work and a lot of time goes into that.
Right. And if you use them right, the whole idea is that now you can call your team up, and you can, you know, like if I'm talking to you, Andrea, and I say, hey, Andrea, you know, what were your stats last month to the month before? And you say, well, they're down a little bit. And I say, well, have you been reading your newsletter? You know, have you been getting the team to read the newsletter? And you say, no. I said, well, why don't you share that a little bit more often?
Right. Because communication is key.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. So anyhow, I just wanted to cover that really quickly with people.
Well, let's mention too that, just for the new people out there that might be hearing this, is that you send out a newsletter that includes customers once a month.
Yep, the first week of the month, that newsletter goes to distributors and customers, and you'll notice that the first newsletter of every month, it really doesn't have a lot of business building types of things in it. It's just more product related. We take the testimonial call, we put that on there. Like this call that we're doing right now, yeah, your customers don't get this.
No, they wouldn't want this.
No,
it's not for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a tool Doc provides for you guys. So make sure, you know, you're checking with people who say, well, they work during the Tuesday call, or they missed the Monday night corporate call. Just let them know that Doc will be sending out a newsletter with any pertinent information for the week, and they'll get it on Tuesday. If they're not getting their email from Doc, then we need to correct that.
Yeah. And usually if they're not getting it, it might just be that, like Andrea and I were saying, it goes into their spam file, and they just got to go move it into their regular file and just say that, hey, I know this emailer.
Yeah, can actually take the address from Kurt that he sends it with and make a contact in your email. That way you're for sure always going to get it. You won't have to hunt for it.
Yeah. So, Randy, as we're talking about the wealth builder, I know that when you got signed up, when you got started with Sisel, not that long ago, I mean, really, it hadn't been that long. Tell us your excitement. And what was your excitement when you saw the wealth builder?
Well, the Wealth Builder was just being launched at that time, that month. And so I was very familiar with the Unilevel, which I like. It's my favorite compensation plan. But then reading over the Wealth Builder, it was just like, this is a no-brainer, so lucrative. And you aren't, I had to read it numerous times, even knowing compensation plans. Your eyes tend to glaze over a bit when you read something for the first time, especially that detailed. But you don't need to know it all. Just understand that is the pathway into the business, is the Wealth Builder. That's all there is to it. When I present, that's what I'm talking about. If it's somebody, it's coming in to do the business.
Yeah. And in a nutshell, I'm just going to, without going into all the details, because again, I think Milo covers it pretty good on Mondays. But really, here's what it is, folks. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Wealth Builder plan, it's a part of our compensation plan. It's one of the 8 profit centers. Mm-hmm. And it's based on this. It's based around helping you make money really fast, really quickly. So you can generate some extra income in the beginning really, really quickly if you're getting into the business. And so the first 3 people that you bring on board, you get paid $50. It's a $50 bonus. So they're buying a 300 PV pack, which might range from $330 all the way up to around $400, somewhere in there. And in Australia, I know it's just a little bit more than that. But it's right around that. It's a 300 PV pack. You get paid $50 on the first 3. And somebody might say, well, yeah, but you can make more than that with the regular compensation plan. Yes, you can. But what happens is that by giving up a little bit of the commission on those first 3, now on everyone after that, you actually get paid more money. And so on number 4, number 5, you get paid $120. On number 6 and beyond, you get paid $150. And so you're giving up a little bit on the first 3, but you're getting paid more on everyone after that. So you're getting paid. I mean, when you get number 6 in there, and I think both of you, Andrea, I'll let you comment on that. You've enrolled at least 6, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So now you make, how much do you make every time you enroll a new wealth builder?
$150.
$150.
And that'll happen forever. As long if I keep enrolling wealth builders, mm-hmm. Every time I enroll one, I'll get a $150 bonus.
150. So that's 150 on a 300 PV. So that's a 50% commission.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good, isn't it? What do you think, Randy? Would you?
Yeah, it's very lucrative, and for people as they start out, the money is there. And the other thing, they're paid for that the next day. We aren't waiting till the 15th with the rest of our Unilevel check. That's huge. Anything that's connected to that Wealth Builder program, you get paid the next day. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what I like about it is that if you're a good enroller, if you really like to go out and enroll people, if you've got that closer personality that you like to close people, yeah. The Wealth Builder is definitely the way you want to go. But what's nice is if I enroll somebody that's also a good closer, I can make some good money on them as well, because on the second level of the Wealth Builder plan, once I've enrolled my 4th person, and those people, the 4th, 5th, 6th, whenever they enroll their first 3, now I get paid $80 or $100 after I've enrolled number 6. I get paid $100 on every time they enroll the first 3 of the first 3. Isn't that just crazy money there, Andrea?
It is. And, just for the new people that are just popping in tonight, they haven't been in long enough to really get some training about the Wealth Builder. Mm-hmm. I just want to throw out there that, we have a whole compensation plan of 7 different ways to get paid that just because you're a distributor, you get paid those 7 different ways. And the Wealth Builder plan is step number 8. So the only difference is that if you buy that Wealth Builder kit that qualifies you as a wealth builder, then you start earning portion 8 or the Wealth Builder bonuses. Just so people don't get confused about that, you know, that they think this is all part of what they did when they came in and ordered a bottle of H pill as a distributor. You know, in order to get paid on Wealth Builder, you have to buy a Wealth Builder kit, and there's 4 different kits you can choose from, and you save on product, and it just gives you a nice little bundle of Sisel products to save on.
That's right.
And opens up the Wealth Builder compensation for you.
So once you've taken and you've bought the Wealth Builder pack, is that the only qualification that you have to have in order to get paid with the Wealth Builder?
Well, you have to, of course, put your monthly qualification order in. Absolutely.
Bingo. You have to have your monthly qualification. That's exactly what I was getting you to say, Rennie. And how much is it per month that you have to spend?
Well, a person that is very beginner, that is still, you know, at that first stage, is only a $50 qualifying order.
Yeah, and that's forever, right? I mean, for the Wealth Builder to be qualified for the Wealth Builder, it's just a 50 PV order, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens if, let's say I come in and I don't buy the Wealth Builder kit, and then somebody under me comes in and they go, oh, I want the savings on that kit, and I'm going to take, you know, a couple bottles of H pill a month, so I'm going to go ahead and get the H pill Wealth Builder kit. What happens if they do that and I haven't become a Wealth Builder?
You leave a lot of money on the table is what you do.
Yeah. Where, you know, what happens to that money?
Where does the money go? Where does it go?
Up to me.
That's right. That's right.
Dynamic
Yeah,
compression.
it actually rolls up line. And so we have true dynamic compression within the compensation plan. So in the case of, let's say that Andrea, if she's front line to me and she doesn't buy the Wealth Builder pack, but Rennie buys the Wealth Builder pack. So now, because I'm Wealth Builder qualified, I've got my first 3 in. Well, actually, even if I didn't have, yeah, I'd have to have my first 3. But number 4, if I've got my first 3 in and then Rennie joins, now that money's going to roll up to me. So I'm going to get paid the bonus that would have gone to Andrea.
Well, it's not even, you don't have to have 3 people in for that bonus to go up. It's
Okay.
going to go up to you because you're a Wealth Builder.
So it's
So
going to roll up.
let's
no
say
matter
I'm
what.
not a Wealth Builder, Rennie gets in under me and she buys a Wealth Builder kit. You're going to get the bonus I would have gotten if I was a Wealth Builder. And your only other qualification, of course, is that 50 points of product a month.
Wow.
So 50 points of product, and you're going to get, let's say Rennie was, well, let's say I was really slow about getting my Wealth Builder kit, and 3 people had already done that, and you'd earned bonuses off from all 3 of those people. The 4th one comes in, and let's just say it's Bob. Bob comes in, and you already have, you know, you have more than 3. And I've already had 3 bypass me. How does that work? You're still, if you've got your 3 and you have another one come in, they go in under you. It's like a separate tree. So you're going to get that 120 if you've got 4 or 5 Wealth Builders. But if you've got 6 Wealth Builders, you're going to get 150.
150.
And I'm going to have lost that money.
That's
Yeah.
right. You know, so I'll tell you a story. This actually happened, and I don't know if he's listening to the call right now, but I won't mention any names. You know, we'll protect the innocent here. But so I had a gentleman who he had bought the Wealth Builder, but he didn't buy his $50 monthly order. Somebody in his group, he enrolled somebody, and the person in his group bought the Wealth Builder pack. And so what ended up happening is that the bonus that should have rolled up to him rolled up to his upline.
Yeah.
But guess what? His upline wasn't Wealth Builder qualified, had not purchased a Wealth Builder pack. So guess what happens to that bonus?
Yeah.
It went
It
up to-
rolled up 1 level higher.
Yeah.
And by the time it all got said and done, and I'm just kind of put this all together in a nutshell, the person that was the upline of the upline, the person, you know, so
Mhm.
2 levels up,
They're
they
like,
actually,
where's this money coming from?
so they actually got paid. They actually got paid 3 bonuses on the one person because all 3 bonuses rolled up to them.
Wow. That's cool.
Right? So you just think about that. You really don't want to give that money up, do you?
No, because I mean, you're getting a great deal on products anyway, right? And you're
Mhm.
going to use the products. So if your budget allows it and you can stretch your budget to do it. I mean, because I've been in lots of different businesses. I paid $1,500 to get in one business. You know, I paid $500 to get in another business 4 or 5 years ago. You know, so just getting a pack of materials for $300 or approximately 300, that's pretty minimal in today's world to start a new business.
Well, and it's 100% write-off.
Right.
That's right.
It's
You
a
know,
requirement to get paid. So it's a tax deduction.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not a CPA, but that's how it works in my books.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
too, when a person's in, they're a new person, you brought them along, they're interested in the business, so of course they're going to be wealth builder. They don't have to do a separate 50 PV order. That the volume, the 300, I guess it's about 300 PV, that qualifies them that first month, the month they're making that purchase. So
Right.
it's not that they're having to purchase that extra as well,
That's
just
right.
for those.
They're all qualified. Yep.
Yeah, they are qualified that month. But what people also must realize is you can't just be putting in an order because you've got a customer and you heard they're going to order this month. You haven't been ordering, so you're going to get an order in first so that they get paid. You will not get paid because the system will pick up. If you didn't have a qualifying order in previously and you've been in the system, you know, more than, you know, a few months, you're not going to get paid.
So it's just, so what you're saying is that if they don't have an order in this month and then next month they go to work, they could give up some of their commissions that way too.
That's right. I mean, granted, the month you start, of course, you weren't in before, but you're qualified now. But I've seen that where people don't put their order on. They hear that a customer they have is going to order, so they jump in and put an order in. The system picks up that they've been in, let's use the example of 8 months, and they haven't been putting an order in. So they aren't qualified because they didn't put a qualifying order in the previous month.
Yeah. You know, Andrea, what's your thoughts on it? What's your professional opinion on auto ships?
Well, I think because it's so easy to control your auto ship, you just go right into your back office, and I go in my order comes out on the 20th of the month. You know, after we get compensation, I use my compensation to place my own order. So I go in like a week ahead of time and go, okay, what do I need this week, you know, or this month? And I change it because you can easily change it. You just go in and edit it and easily change it. Now, if you are going to mess around with the dates of your auto ship, I suggest you call Sisel and make sure you don't like change it outside of your 30-day window, you know, so that you don't lose your compensation. So if you're ever going to change the date of your auto ship, you need to consult probably twice with customer service just to make sure that it, you know, it's right. So, you know, our basic, especially for wealth builders, that 50 points. Well, I love that Tom made the age pill, I think it's a 55 or 60 point product.
Yeah.
So that if you just want to take one bottle of age pill every month, just keep that on your auto ship. You know you're going to want it. You know you're going to use it. So you just have that set up, you know. If you want more products, then you can go ahead and add them to your auto ship. And then like if you don't want them the next month, you just take them back off. But that'll save you on shipping.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that auto ship, you know, I always tell people auto ship means auto pay.
For sure.
You know, I think the last thing that I ever want to see happen to any of you or to me, but to any of you, is the last thing I'd like to see happen is you call me up, oh, I forgot to put my order in, and now I lost all my commission.
Right. Definitely.
You know, when I was in Australia last month, I kept my auto ship coming to my house, even though I knew it sat outside and it got frozen. I had it show up because I didn't want to change it. Where some people, they'll change their auto ship and they'll cancel it for the month because they go, well, I'm going to be gone, so I'm going to cancel it. And then they forget that, you know, that auto ship, they don't get paid if they don't have an order in.
That's right.
Right. You know, and the wealth builder, like Rennie said before, you know, you get paid that the next day. So if you're coming in to build a business and you're being strategic about it, and you have some friends who, you know, they're always like gang right up there with you, like they want to do whatever you're doing kind of thing, you know, or if you know some sharp people, you know, and you go, hey, I've been checking this thing out and it's very profitable. It has fantastic products and, you know, it's really growing and things like that. If you have 2 or 3 people lined up and you come in as a wealth builder and, you know, you have them ready to come in right behind you, you get paid like the next day. So if you have 3 people ready to join you, the compensation you're going to get covers your wealth builder pack.
Yes.
So how many people would you need to cover your wealth builder pack, Andrea?
Well, you need more than that because you get 50 on the first 3.
But if you do it in 2 weeks, you get 100.
Oh, that's true. If you do it within the first 2 weeks, you get 100. So you'd need 3.
3 and you get your money back.
And, you know, a little bit of difference there, but not much.
Yeah, so really in a month, if you did it right, because on number 4, you get paid $120. So if you enrolled 6 people your first month, sign up as a wealth builder, bring in 6 people right away, you're gonna get boom, 100, 100, 100, 120, 120, and 150. What is that?
Yeah.
It's almost $700.
$690. Crazy money.
Yeah.
Crazy money. What other company have you ever been involved with that you could say you could get paid that kind of money like right up front?
Yeah.
6 people.
Not very many.
You know, so the next question that I thought about as I'm thinking about the wealth builder, you know, last year we brought out the qualified wealth builder, and I mean personally, I was like, you know, I didn't really care for it because it changes it, and so, you know, as we were talking this morning, Andrea. What happens if somebody comes in as a wealth builder on their 31st day or beyond?
Okay, so really, if you're signing someone up who wants to be a business partner or build a business, they really should try to get that wealth builder within the first 30 days because that's going to give you the greatest compensation. And if you're teaching that to them, they learn that and then they get the greatest compensation also. So they're going to encourage that. But if you do it on the 31st day after they've joined, you no longer get the wealth builder bonus. You get paid on the PV, which is like $16.
Yeah, you get paid like between $16 to $17 because you get 7% of 250 PV.
Mm-hmm. Instead of 50 or 120 or 150, depending on where you fall on the line of the wealth builder.
That's right. That's right. What do you think of that, Rennie? Do you like the idea of giving up $120?
The qualifying wealth builder pack in my business, on my team, doesn't exist. No, thank you.
But it's going to happen. You know it.
I don't want to get screwed out of that bonus money, and I don't want any of my people, and if they don't understand it at first, they will be educated enough that they will understand it. And it's just, if that person isn't ready, then they're not coming in until they're ready. They can be a preferred customer for 5 years, 10 years, whatever it takes. And in that, it preserves. They don't lose that. And then, because you're the one driving the bus. You should be educating them. You should be holding their hand and walking them through the process. So when they're ready to come in to build, then, because who sits around? If you come in to build a business, you know, you come out of the gates running and you run hard and you build your structure. So that qualifying wealth builder pack, to me, it doesn't exist to anybody that's a real business person anyway.
That's
Because
right.
then, I mean, not only does it screw you out of all the bonuses, that's going to happen going down. So
That's right. And that's the thing that I really wanted to point out on the wealth builder. I had this discussion with somebody down in Australia that if I'm a wealth builder, but I bring Rennie in, and for the first 30 days, she isn't a wealth builder, but now on the 31st day, Rennie decides she wants to be a wealth builder. I'm the one getting kind of screwed out of some money. I'm going to give up $123. But to you, Rennie, when you buy the qualified wealth builder, you're getting exactly the same thing as if you had signed up as a wealth builder day one. So I really do want to point that out, that for the new distributor, they don't get screwed out of anything. They still have all the same qualifications. But like Rennie was kind of alluding to, it does hurt you in the future because people don't do as you say, they do as you do.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, Rennie, what did you do?
Yeah.
And Rennie's going to have to be honest. She's just say, well, you know, I didn't sign up as a wealth builder to my 31st day or my 50th day, 6 months into it, whatever. And now guess what your people are going to do?
Yeah. So to me, they don't go on paper. And I mean, they can be a preferred customer, and when they're serious, you know, they can do it that way. Or if they're still asking questions, then they're going to get all the questions because I'm looking after them. I'm taking really good care of them, whether they've got a network marketing background or not. They're going to get all their questions answered, and then they'll be prepared to go on paper. And at that time, they'll be placing their order.
That's right. You know, Andrea,
I remember when Rennie joined, we had just started the wealth builder plan.
Yeah.
So she was like going to order, I think you were ordering a 6-pack of H pill or something like that. And you were like, well, the wealth builder pack, you recognized that that's what you needed to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because when I first came in, I was
right in there and got your wealth builder kit.
Oh
because
yeah.
Before October 1st, 2017, we didn't have the wealth builder portion of our comp plan. We had a whole different comp plan. It's greatly improved now.
Oh yeah. That was one of the things. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Andrea, one of the things that came up when I was down in Australia, and people may not be aware of this, but if you've got a PC, a preferred customer, that converts over into being a distributor, and you just call in and you convert them and they stay in the same position, they stay on the, you know, basically just convert to being a distributor. Did you know that the wealth builder isn't listed in their back office?
No, I didn't know that. So they have to call in to become a wealth builder? That's good to know.
Well, that's the same.
Whenever anybody, go ahead.
It disappears for us too. We can't view to see what the other wealth builder packs consist of once we purchase that offer goes away, because it's usually at the very bottom of the price list.
Right. You only get to buy it one time. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, not only do you only get to buy it one time, you can only buy it at one time. Right. You're not required to ever buy it again.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, if they're not familiar with network marketing, they think, oh, I got to buy that wealth builder pack every month. I mean, I'd love to buy the wealth builder pack every month because it's a good product deal, but they won't let me.
Yeah.
No, won't let me.
I know it's very well priced product.
It is, and you know, the thing is, well, we've been teaching for 17 months that anyone over 50 should use a double dose of the H pill. I'm not sure that still applies with our new formula, but anyone over the age of 50 should be doing a double dose. So if you have a couple and they both want to do a double dose of the H pill, that's 4 bottles of H pill right there. You know, so if they can, you know, if they can put it in their budget and work it in, or use a credit card or whatever to do it, they just get those other 3 and they're getting a huge discount on all the product, you know, and they're all set up for their second month pretty much.
That's right.
In the second month, they need 1 more bottle. So that would be your 50 points to qualify the second month. You know, it's just an easy
But
way to look
when
at it.
you say that for 50 points for the next month, and this is just some strategy that I go by, you've always going to be looking ahead. So yes, it's only a 50-point order when you start out. And even when you get to master, it's only a 50-point order. But remember, master is only 1,000 points to reach that. What I recommend is when somebody comes in, they get that Wealth Builder pack, that's 300 PV against your 1,000 to reach master. So my strategy is you hit that month, you get a $50 bonus because they don't hold that back for the 3 months as they used to. So then you're all ready. And so you're like last month, I knew my goal. So I made sure I had my PV in there that was going to cover me. Because if you reach a rank and you only put in your 50-point order, but you needed 100, then you're going to have to put a separate order in to cover that so that you hold that rank. So it's just like seeing the bigger picture and always striving to move forward. You're not going to want to stay there in that first position with a 50-point order if you're serious about doing the business. You think?
Right, right.
Like, what do you feel about that?
No, you have to look ahead. So therefore, you have to have some knowledge about how the compensation plan works. So if you have a real business builder, you probably should get on the phone with them and walk them right through it and point out those little changes that happen.
Well,
you know, so they're
prepared after them for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then other than that, I mean, you're going to be in communication with them. If they're business building,
yeah,
they should be calling, and you guys should be talking quite often so that you're giving them a clear path of how to succeed.
Right. The other thing is on your when you go to your computer to your back office, you make sure and teach them to look at what is it, like a message center. But right away in the beginning, when you hit the home button, it says this is what you need to qualify. This is how many points you need to get to the next level, the next rank. It's always telling you what you need. So if people look there, it'll tell them what they need, you know, because like I know with my son, he was off by $10 last month, 10 PV points from his next rank.
You don't let that happen.
Right?
I'm all do that thing a couple times a day.
We were going to talk about the loyalty rewards too, you know, and you mentioned that you get paid loyalty rewards like, I don't know, 10 days ago or so. And I was like, wait a minute, why didn't I get those? And I went back and looked, and I did miss the qualification for that by $10 in one of the 3 months that you have to do it. So
you missed by just a little bit, huh?
Yep. Yeah. So maybe you want to share about that too. Are we done with the wealth building strategy?
Is there anything else that you want? I mean, I just really think that, you know, kind of recapping the wealth builder, it's a great way of making extra money. And it's quick money. It's that money that you get right away for getting started. Like we were saying, I mean, holy cow, you join today, you bring 6 people on board as a wealth builder, you're making almost $700. Yeah. That's good. That's
US,
good money.
Like US, that's real money.
That's good money. But not only that, what I really like about it is that it took me a while, you know, and if you go back to my old recordings from way back in October 2017, when it first came out, I sat there in the deer hunting stand and I was drawing this out with a stick in the dirt, and I was drawing it out. And all of a sudden it dawned on me, holy cow. I mean, when this thing really starts to work, and if everybody within the compensation plan got it, if it really like sunk into their head, and people started signing up, wealth builders, every single person that they brought on board as a distributor bought the wealth builder pack, you're going to get paid in the first three, all the way down. That can go to infinity in depth.
Infinity. All the way down.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're going to start seeing these $100 checks rolling in all the time, and you're not going to have a clue where they come from.
Right.
Thank goodness they've got that little code and you can follow to go and see where that money, where that money came from.
But isn't it kind of fun when you get that email that says you got paid another $100 today?
Right. That's nice.
Yeah.
But then you also, as you continue to sponsor Wealth Builders yourself and you're getting that $150 bonus, that's to infinity horizontally.
Yes.
So you're earning to
Yeah.
infinity vertically and you're earning horizontally at the same time.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, and then on top of it, Andrea, here's another cool part about it is that once you've actually got your fifth person in, now you go back to your first three and you start making, and I won't get into all the details on that, but now you start making to an infinity on their people. So now you start getting paid infinity bonuses on the people you've already signed up. So when they get paid, you get paid a matching bonus based on the fact that they got paid.
Right.
So you get paid for teaching people how to get paid.
Yeah.
Great. You should be compensated for that.
I like it. So getting into the loyalty rewards, I really like the loyalty rewards too, because each month, I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my kitchen cupboard. I've got product. I've got it sitting there. I got to put it away. But I've got these products sitting there. Every month I order a product for myself. I order some products for my parents. I order products for my dog. I order products for my kids. And I always kind of keep some extra products on hand because it never fails. I'm always going to run into somebody who, well, I'd like to just try it. I don't want to sign up today. And so I keep some products on hand. But so I've always got products here. And so each month I make sure and I get my order in, I get paid back my shipping.
Right. Yeah, I missed out on that.
Free shipping, Andrea. How can you miss out on that?
I know, right?
Right? I mean, if you grew up in a small town like me, you learn how to make your money last.
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't give up on that free.
That is.
Yeah. And then what's the other part of the loyalty? How does that work?
I believe you do 200 personal yourself a month in PB points. Points are attached to products. And if you do that 3 months in a row, the fourth month you're paid a loyalty bonus.
Is it the fourth month or do you have to do it 4 months and you get paid on the fifth month?
Is that how it works? I thought it was 3.
I'd have to go back and read it as well, just to fine tune it, but I'm getting product every second month.
Are you really?
I have been.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. So what they do is that if you have a $100 auto ship every month, you get paid how much?
200.
Well, isn't it 100 and then 200 and then 300? Each one, it's a different percentage. So you get 5%, 6%, or 8%. So because I do a $300 auto ship, I get paid 8% back every month. On top of that, I get my free shipping.
Oh, okay.
And when you figure shipping is about 10% of the product, that means I'm almost getting 20% discount just because I'm doing an auto ship. So folks, if you listen to this, think about that. You're getting paid money back because you're doing an auto ship.
Right.
Right. And for those people like say Andrea, if she would have caught that she was off by the $10, she could have gone back and placed a $10 order, ordered 2 tubes of toothpaste or, the mouthwash or the laundry detergent, and she could have filled in that little piece of it. It's not that you have to have one order. It's the accumulation in the month added together.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So kind of a recap of tonight's call. Really, folks, start reading your newsletter, making sure that you call your people. Like I should be calling Andrea and saying, "Hey, Andrea, did you read your newsletter?" And I should be calling Rennie. I should be saying, "Rennie, did you read your newsletter?" And get them to read the newsletter. And then the next question is that, did you ask your people to read the newsletter? We want to get that readership up. Right now, it's somewhere around 25, 30% is all. We want to get that up to about 50%. So if folks, it's going to help you build your business. The more that you can get your distributors reading it, it's going to help you build your business because it's going to keep them in tune with what we're doing with Sisel.
Yeah.
It's all about information and communication, and you're investing quite a bit of money to put that nice newsletter out for us every month, so the least we can do is open it and at least watch one video in there. You don't even have to read, really. Watch a video.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just one. Pick one.
And then to recap the wealth builder plan, really, folks, it's a way of making quick money right away. When you get started, you can make some good money. You get people started, you can make up to 50% commission based on their initial product order. But then it pays you that long-term money, like Andrea was saying, pays you to infinity on the work that you do, but it also pays you to the infinity on the work that your people do.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's good. Very good.
Yep. And then finally, just kind of the loyalty rewards. It's a way of rewarding us for staying as loyal customers to the company. And so if you place an order every month, they're going to give you some money back. If you place a sizable order every month, they're going to give you your free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Right. And if you think about it, like how many people get excited about having a $10 off coupon when they go shopping at some big box store, or 20% off or 30% off, it's pretty much like that. If you've got that order going in every month and they're giving you a loyalty reward, that's pretty much like getting a coupon in the mail, a nice big one.
Yeah, and you don't want to throw those coupons away, do you?
No, I did. I was pretty sad about it.
Have you lost one because you forgot to look?
No, not because I forgot to look, but because I missed that extra 10 points I needed.
Randy, have you lost one because you forgot to look?
No, I'm looking.
I'm on top of it.
I lost one because I forgot to spend it and it expired.
Yeah, you have like 30 days to use your coupon.
Yeah, so you want to make sure when you're checking each month, when you're placing an order, go and look and see if you have any loyalty rewards there. Because if you do, you want to spend it. You don't want to lose it.
Right, and you can find that in your back office under compensation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just go to loyalty rewards. So anyhow, I'll let you two close the call. Thanks for being with me tonight. Thanks for sharing your valuable time on this Friday night. And for everybody down in Australia, get out and see Aaron. He's going to be down there for the next week. I think he'll be in Sydney tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. I know it might be. Yeah, well, it's Saturday today, so it'll be tomorrow. He'll be in Sydney, and then from there he travels around to Adelaide and Albury, and he goes to Perth, and he goes to Melbourne, he goes up to Brisbane, and so he'll be traveling the whole country, kind of following around the same circle that I did. So anyhow. Get out to see Aaron. He's got some good things to share. He's going to talk about kind of his first 90-day plan that he has. That we should get him back on our call next month and have him talk about that, because I always like that. He tells people how they can earn their money back, get a return on their investment in the first 90 days. So yes. I'll hand it over to you two, and why don't you guys close the call for me?
Go ahead, Rennie.
Well, another great Friday evening talking about the compensation plan, which I love, or Saturday if you're down under. So thank you for joining us, whether you're live or you're going to be watching this recording. We appreciate you tuning in. We've got great team support, and this is a world team. And Doc, again, spends a lot of time directing that, and as we mentioned on the newsletter. So jump in with us. It's a great company to be with. I don't know a better one.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.